Well, Liam, have also not been to the cinema.
Okay.
But what I have done...
You've done other stuff, right?
I have, yeah. I did more reading again.
Okay.
So in total this week, Liam, not this week, since we last recorded, I have read 5.5 books.
Okay.
So I'll do my usual, Liam. I'll group the books by their series.
It's so annoying when you do that.
Well, it's the way that makes sense, because I don't read in like a... It's different. I feel like films, right? You watch a film, and then you finish it, and then you're like, well, I'm not watching the next one straight away. I'm going to watch that tomorrow. A lot of the time you don't watch films as a big batch. Like, there's a gap of at least a day in between watching the sequels, right?
We were literally speaking about how I watched 3 Alien films last night.
Yeah, and you haven't reviewed Alien, so...
Well, no, because I'm not allowed to do things that I haven't seen at cinema, otherwise we'd be here for an hour.
I have read, this week, since last episode, Liam, I read The Magicians, which is a trilogy of books.
Yeah.
Yeah, called The Magicians, The Magician King, and The Magician's Land.
Okay.
Right? These books, I went online, and the reviews for it are sort of 50-50.
Yeah.
On people either loving it, or people being like, the fuck is this book? It doesn't make sense. I don't like it.
Alright, now, I've got a question.
Yeah.
I love it when you give critical reviews, because you're often very much like, you'll just bum the buggery out of something if you like it. Which is fair enough, if you like it, it's great, champion it. But I love it, like the Ghost in the Shell one, where you're a bit more critical about things, because it hasn't quite... Now,
so you want me to be more critical of this one?
No, I'm just saying, are we going to get a bumming review, or like a good review?
Oh, I'll tell you, Liam. We're going to get a good review. This book, oh, Jesus, these books, right? It's like someone took Harry Potter and the Chronicles of Narnia, fused them together, and was like, oh, I'm going to write these for a more adult audience than the original books, right?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And then, like, if you really enjoy watching, like, just broken people have these horrible lives where
like
nothing's going right. Sort of. There's a lot less... There's still sex in it, but there's a lot less sex in it than Game of Thrones.
Okay.
But no, I'm joking. These books are incredible. That is what they're like. But I loved that.
Yeah.
It's good because they like a lot of the issues people seem to have with this book are that the characters aren't particularly likable, which is 100% correct. Like until like the third book, you don't really start liking anyone because they're all just broken people who are sort of horrible dicks.
Yeah.
But like I haven't had for a while a book that made me... Like, the main character, this guy called Quentin, there's this particular scene where he does something that's really stupid. And I'm talking, like, really stupid. Like...
Is this in the first book, sorry?
Yeah, this is in the first one.
Okay. Is it a big spoiler if you say what it is that he did?
Yeah, so I'm not going to.
Right, okay.
But it's something that's, like, not stupid in, like, he's going to get hurt sort of thing. Stupid in why would you do this? Everything was going so well. Why have you made such a poor decision?
I really want to know what decision could be that poor.
I don't want to spoil it.
Okay. I'm never going to read it, but okay.
Yeah, but I don't want to spoil it to people that might, because they should.
Okay.
I'll tell you afterwards, Liam.
Yeah.
But anyway, he does that, and I just read that whole chapter and felt all this like pain for what he'd done, and then like the way they dealt with the other character who it affects.
Is it at least
reaction.
Is it at least? Can you see why he's done it from his perspective, or does it just seem really like?
Yeah, because they've made him so broken the way they have, but explained it well.
Yeah.
You can see why he makes the decision.
That's fine then, as long as it's not just like...
Oh, yeah, no, it's not. You're not reading it and being like, why the hell has he done this? I mean it in like you sort of want things to go well for him because everything's so bad.
Yeah.
And then when he fucks it up himself and you can only blame him, you're like, oh, Quentin, you dickhead.
Yeah. But I thought at first you were like, it was basically sort of where they were like, oh, we need this to happen so we can expand the plot. Oh,
no. They everything has good reasoning behind it, and like, it's one of those books where even the magic kind of makes sense. Like, they don't, like, there are rules that the magic follows, and they've got to stick to those rules, sort of thing. Which I like. I hate when it's just, like, Gandalf-style magic. Anyway, so these books, it like, stays like that for all three. Like, they don't play the bullshit happy ending card in the books, particularly.
Yeah.
Which I like. I like when books don't feel like they have to give you super nice stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But I think they're well worth reading. I think they're probably 4 out of 5.
All of them?
Oh, I don't break them up, Liam. As a whole, the series is 4 out of 5.
Right, okay.
And then I read a one-off book, Liam, which is part of a series, but the series is not...
Wait. Can we just go back to the Magicians a second?
Yeah.
What if... So you're like, I don't break them up. What if someone's read, like, the first one, and they're a bit like, I thought it was okay, I don't know if I want to read the next one. Like, I feel like they wouldn't be able to tell if they should carry on with that review.
Okay, well, here's my logic then, is I would, if say I'd read the first book, and then I wanted to read a review of what people thought of the others, so I could see whether I'd look at it, and if someone said, well, as a whole, the series gets 4 out of 5, and I thought the first book was like a 3, I'd go, well, if the average is 4, that means...
Then the next two must be great.
Series, and if...
But that's not like...
Liam,
come through.
Let me explain my rating system.
Yeah.
This is not let's explain the confusingness.
No,
if one of the books, if one of the books was really bad, say they weren't consistent.
Yeah,
in
say
their
the first was a 5 and the last was a 5, but the second was a 2.
Then that wouldn't work. But if that happened, I would say that.
Right. So I just feel like we should have made that clear for anyone listening, because I think you assume that our listeners are quite smart. Assumptions can be dangerous, Jack.
See, listeners, you always side with Liam. You always think, Liam's our hero, Jack's the dickhead. He just called you all stupid.
When they're listening to you.
Whatever.
And it's because they're listening to you.
Fuck off.